Hello everyone, Vanguard of Valor here, and welcome back to Into the Breach. So far, we've been doing remarkably smoothly. We had a bit of a rough start there, it felt like, but I think it actually went okay overall. It could have been much worse though, especially with some of the challenges we ran into having to defend things along the way. Our Blitzkrieg team here has a couple of different abilities that have really been helping us out. Celica's ability to attack twice with the electric whip allows us to just devastate chains of enemies for 3 damage. The fact that we have a Mantis on board of our hook mech means that we can, in addition to using a grappling hook, which can shield our allies, a missile barrage, which can hit everything on the map for 2 damage, and in addition to that, he can also punch something next to him and knock it away, which is pretty cool. Our boulder mech here also has the ability to fire some pretty high damage missiles, even though their main weapon is not super strong, but they can also fly now, so we have a lot of cool powers working with us, and we're going to hopefully take those into Detritus disposal and see what'll happen. So let's get in here and see what's what. We have some nasty enemy types in here, between the explosive scion, the burrowers, and the blob guys there. I can't remember what they're called. Blobbers? I think they might just be called blobbers. This may be a challenging map, but hopefully the acid will help us out. Let's go check it out. I have heard of your triumphs against the VoV commander. We hope you and the Blitzkrieg can aid us in our fight as well. Disposal Site C and downtown. Well, it looks like we're probably going to be going Disposal Site C, downtown, this map, and then this 2-star one. We have a train to defend here, though, and that's going to suck again. The train ones are never a good time. The disposal unit, on the other hand, is absolutely a good time. Let's get in there and use that thing pronto. We need the Blitzkrieg to defend this acid launcher while it dissolves the VoV hives infesting the mountains. Alright, well that's an easy set of mountains to deal with there. Lots of acid. And an easily defensible position for this thing in the first place. The burrower is probably going to give us a hard time, but everything else should be fine. Let's put our team up at the front line here. I think that'll be fine. We can fly with Prospero now anyway. And we'll see where the burrower goes. Probably like here. If I had to guess. But we'll find out. We're probably going to be missiling everybody on our first attack anyway. But we'll see what happens. Alright. They're all coating themselves with acid, which is going to make our next turn really good. Alright, he didn't coat himself with acid, but almost everyone else did. So all we have to do to save the day right now is fire the missile barrage, and just about everybody dies. That is a strong start. We leave a burrower with 1 HP, we leave a hornet with 2 HP, everything else is dead. I mean, like, why not, right? That's a really good start. We can kill this guy by just whacking him one time with our lightning, or I can give the kill to Prospero if we'd prefer, and I kind of do prefer. Let's give the kill to Prospero, because he needs the experience. He's super close to leveling up now, and we can melt a mountain. Turns out, having an incredibly powerful missile barrage, or at least a incredibly wide-range missile barrage, gets really powerful when all the enemies are coated in acid. Now, we could move if we want. We only have 1 enemy coming in this turn. I'm really not too worried about it. Stand there, just for fun, and end our turn. Ah, right, I forgot about him. That's fine. We should be able to deal with that. No problem at all. So, all we have to do right now is move out of the way, and our lightning mech can get all the kills here. What we are going to do, we're not going to let them get all the kills. But we're going to finish destroying the mountain range here, so we don't have to worry about that in the future. We're going to move our hook mech over so that it's kind of in the way of these guys. And I think we are going to give all the kills to the lightning mech. In order to do so, though, I just need to make sure nobody else is in harm's way. So let's move over. And then unleash the lightning. Silica, kill. That's so strong. Alright, let's end our turn. We have actions available, so I'm going to apply a shield to our ally here rather than do nothing. I could block one of these spawns, but I'm not too worried about it. We're going to hopefully be able to blast them with the acid launcher anyway, and they're all going to get in acid coating, which means the lightning's going to vaporize them. So let's just let them spawn. Gives us more chances to give Prospero experience, which is kind of important. We have another Burrower, we have 2 Alpha Leapers, and an Alpha Hornet. Well, maybe I should have blocked some of those. That's a lot of big guys, but thankfully they've all jumped into the acid, so that should help. That one didn't, but we should still be able to get them. Alright. Okay, that was actually really, really inconvenient. So, well played to the enemies here. That was a pretty annoying spread of positionings. So we could put our hook mech here, and then lightning these guys to death. So that's pretty fun. Just doing that on its own kills all of them. This guy is probably going to take a Gemini missile to the face so that we get rid of him and get another kill for Prospero. And the Burrower does nothing because the lightning doesn't, or the shield we have on him means he doesn't get hurt. So that's pretty good. Is there a better maneuver here? There might be. I can kind of stand wherever I want, but I don't want to actually stand on acid if I can avoid it, just in case we wind up accidentally lightning ourselves. Prospero gets the level up. What do we have here? 2 mech HP. Alright, not power. Power is usually the best, but additional mech HP is pretty good. Is there a better play here than standing our hook mech in the middle and just tanking damage? I don't think so. That kills 2 alphas in 1 attack, which is pretty darn good. Too bad I can't turn around and zap him to death too, but you know what, I will take it. I can't heal myself, so I have to be a little bit careful about this, but we should be fine for the time being. So let's end our turn. Oh, actually I can kill this guy. Here I am, forgetting I have a death attack. This is so much death. There's acid everywhere. Alright, end turn. I nearly forgot that I had an instant death acid dispenser. Alright. This poor soul thinks this is gonna help him. It is not. Unfortunately, I can't easily push him into the acid. But I can just kill him. And we can use our other Gemini missile with Prospero to kill him. Job done. Alright, and that is that. We've defended the disposal unit, we've disposed of all mountains. Clean mission. I can even just spray some acid anywhere I feel like, for no reason. Yeah. Put some acid in that acid. Because I did not like that plan. Alright, let's end our turn. These missions are usually pretty smooth. This one was particularly so. Your mission was a success, Commander. The acid launcher is intact and the VEC disintegrated. Alright. That gets us another promotion. Everyone's now at max level. We'll take it. Time to go downtown. Or we could skip downtown and go to the nano silos first. But I don't think we are. We're gonna go downtown. There's high threat detection there, which might be problematic, especially because our lightning is still our main method of attack, but let's get there and find out what happens. It does look like it's going to be a bad time, but we'll see. A waste disposal train is passing through this sector. The vibrations attract the VEC, so we need to protect it from attack. Let's get in there. We got a Blobber, 2 Leapers, a Burrower, and an Alpha Scarab. There's just nothing but Alphas now, as is to be expected from hard mode. Alright, now it's too bad Kazak is unlikely to be able to really mess with these guys, but we'll see what happens here. There's potential for a lot of trouble. We have a time pod. Alright, that's good. It seems like Prospero is a gardening robot and Silica is a mining robot based on the sound, like based on the way they speak. So far, I'm okay with this positioning. Right now, we can... Oh, no. That I'm not okay with. Everything else is good so far, because everything now here can get lightninged in a single attack. If we were to move our boulder mech to here, I could even get this guy with it, but that doesn't seem like a good idea. It would probably be better to just whomp them and then see what we can do from there. I can just hit him with a Gemini missile to remove him if I want. Is there a... better move than just stepping forward here, whacking this guy one time with the claw, and then lightninging this whole chain to death? I don't think so. I mean, I could barrage them, but the real advantage of the barrage is to kill a scion that would otherwise be hard to get to. So we're going to move over to here, and Mantis slash the burrower out of the way. Then we move our boulder mech over to the side and remove this impediment to progress. There we go. And we use Silica's unreasonable... Oh no! Unreasonable firepower here. We've made a mistake. I forgot that I have to make sure that I attack one that I can actually attack again. Alright. We got too confident in our abilities. Let's reset. We can still do this. We just have to be a little more cautious of how we do it, because this means that actually the missile barrage might be best. Is there a better way that allows us to clear this? There is. It's doing this first. Or rather, attacking, then attacking our ally, and then moving. I don't know if that's actually better, because it puts our tank down to 1 HP, though. It's just kind of low. We can leave the blobber alive and clear them that way. The fact that none of them have acid on them is kind of surprising, given that there's a ton of acid on our side of the field, although, to be fair, it is on our side of the field, so I guess that makes sense. Yes, the alternative... I think the alternative is to leave the blobber alive for now and finish off this guy directly. So let's do that then. Same maneuver, except instead of killing the blobber, we kill the scarab that's in the way. We still have the missile barrage to clear out any blobs he fires on a future turn, but at least for now, everything in the way is dead, which is pretty important, really. Alright, let us end our turn like so. I could attack again, but I have nothing else to attack, so we're just going to end our turn here. There's only one enemy showing up. Is it a scion? It is. What do you know? Well, this is a perfect opportunity for us to use our barrage, because it kills everything except for the blobber, which is always fun. We have a pile of new enemies spawning in the back. I think I'm just going to pick up this item and then missile barrage everybody. Missile barrage away. There we go. Makes for a nice easy turn. Now I could kill this guy with whoever I want. At the moment, I want to use Prospero. And we're going to cross over to this side as well with the lightning mech to really help pin these guys in, to help avoid them giving us more trouble than we need. Now if we end our turn from here, we should be in good shape. This is actually the last set of spawns. I probably could have tried to block some of them, but it should be fine either way. Where's he going? He's coming up behind us, which is not wonderful. But all we have to do is bother him, and he should go away. At the moment, the best way to bother him is probably just punching. I just punch him with the Mantis Claw. It'll knock him out of the running here. And then we can kill this guy with a simple attack from the boulder and kill him with some lightning. So I think that's going to be the maneuver to do here. In order to do this even more effectively, though, we're going to do this first. Move out of the way here with Silica. Move out of the way here with Kazakh. And then whack him. He doesn't move into the train because he's rooted in position. We move out of the way with the boulder mech and kill him because he's coated in acid. And then we apply the lightning in a way that doesn't hurt our allies. So the burrower is going to come back next turn, but we should be able to deal with him at that point, because there is no next turn. So I guess that counts. Goodbye, train. I mean, I expected that to be a little bit more problematic, to be honest. I've received confirmation, Commander. The train is safely en route and no further wreck have been detected in its path. Okay, that gets us 2 corporate reputation, 1 power, and a time pod. Hopefully we'll have something more than just a power in the time pod, but you never know. Ooh, what's this? Stabilizers. Mechs no longer take damage when blocking emerging Vec. That's pretty cool. I might actually use that. I don't think it's amazing, but we have nothing else on our lightning mech anyway, so I might as well put it in there. Takes a single power to be able to use, and guess what we just got? Is there anywhere else that I want that single power right now? More movement on all these guys would be good, but for the time being, I'm just going to turn off this, because not taking damage when blocking is kind of cool. There we go. Yeah, excavation equipment altered. Do you think he's maybe mining related? Interesting. I wonder what the other one is. Because the other one is the, like, orbital strike on wherever you want mech. I wonder what his, like, origin story is then. Alright, well, we're going to do at least one more mission today. We're going to head into the nano silos and see what happens. We might even clear out this whole island. We'll see how fast it goes. Nano silos. The grid here can only provide limited power. If it suffers any damage, you and the Blitzkrieg may not have enough power to fight. Well, less than 3 grid damage, and to protect the coal plants. Let's go. Alright, starting with a blast scion. That's not a good sign, but we should be able to hopefully deal with this. This is a really interesting map layout that I've never seen. Huh. Well, let's stick our team on here and see what happens. That's pretty handy. We may be starting with a missile barrage again, because that's always a fun start to any mission, plus it clears out almost all of these guys. Makes our starting life much easier, plus then we can use the electric attack to finish off these two, and we can use the boulder mech to finish off the half-health blobber without using any of our important materials, and we know the blast scion will be dead, which is also usually a good thing. So let's do that. Fire away, friends. Fire away. Nice. Alright, now we can use the lightning mech to clear him out. Stick Prospero here, and remove the blobber. They're gonna get 2 more enemies this turn, but that's fine. So far, I'm not really concerned about them. We were having a bit of difficulty with damage for a while there, but we kinda got past that, it seems. Now, this section, where we have these alpha burrowers, is always going to be a problem, because we can't attack them twice easily. They are pretty problematic for us. How do we want to deal with them? Probably the easiest way is just to lightning the heck out of them. Or boulder mech this one as it stands. The fact that we can't easily kill them in one shot is pretty annoying. But other than that, they're kind of harmless. Plus, we have the ability to block enemy spawns for free, so if I just come stand over here, for example, and launch a rock at this guy, that is one less enemy to worry about, and it doesn't even hurt us to do so. Same with this one. We can stand on his spawn as well, and lightning his colleague. If I want, I can block all 3 spawns. We're on victory in 3 turns, which means we're probably going to have a lot more enemies to deal with before we're done, but that might be fun. I'm going to let one of them spawn, just because we may not be able to afford to block all of the spawns after this on the next turn, so I'd rather be a little bit safer. Let's end our turn here. I could apply a shield to these guys, but I actually don't want to move them, so I'm just going to end the turn. The ability to not take damage when blocking things like that is pretty cool, I gotta say. This is prime Gemini missile range, so that's gonna be nice and easy. Okay. We're definitely gonna take the Gemini missile shot. Is there a better way to deal with this guy, though, without having to... Yeah, I can. I can move around and punch him back into this position. We only have to let 2 people spawn here, which is pretty good. And because the Gemini missiles can't move these guys... doesn't even hurt our building. Nice. Okay, well, let's punch him towards our... Oh, it's fine. He'll have 3 health left. I don't like the idea of intentionally lightninging our other mech here, though, so I may actually undo that move. I may punch him that way and then move off the spawn. It does mean that we can't block all the spawns this way, but that's kind of okay compared to maybe accidentally badly damaging our boulder mech. It's not crucial. He'll be on 3 health still, which is plenty, but it's a little uncomfortable, especially if any of these guys can pin us in place. I'd rather not be forced to accidentally kill my own guys. No, I think it's fine. I'd rather block the spawn, and I think we're going to be okay. It's a lot of damage, but it's not enough damage for it to be seriously problematic, I don't think. Let's end our turn and watch me eat my words. Alright, we have a Hornet and a Scarab. Should be fine, then. I'm not worried about this. Okay, so... he's actually going to automatically miss, because the conveyors happen before his attack does, so it's going to pull him off of attacking that building. This Alpha Hornet we can kill by just pulling him onto the acid and then whacking him with any attack. Alright, I think I see the easiest way to kill them all here. It involves pulling the Hornet, and then hitting the Hornet with Deadly Lightning. And it also involves shooting this guy with Gemini missiles. Problem solved. Let's end our turn. We can power through these ones. We have to be careful not to go too fast and accidentally get ourselves killed. My faith in you is not misplaced, Commander. You have Detritus' gratitude. Alright, one more map to go. Chemical Field A, it looks like. Destroy the acid vats. Should be quite easy with our missile barrage. Let's go do it. We're on course right now to have a perfect game with no sacrificed people, which would be pretty cool. Let's go to Chemical Field A and see if we can't pull that off. A Vec hive lies directly beneath the waste disposal tanks in this region. Detonate the vats and the chemical runoff will destroy the hive. Let's get in there then. We don't have the Scion yet, so I maybe don't want to do this quite this way, but I think we want to do it this way. I'm going to put you over here, we're going to put the hook mech over here, and we're going to put the boulder mech in the back. Alright, confirm. More specifically in the middle, but with flight, the buildings in the way don't matter. Ooh, a time pod. We're getting a fair selection of those here. Okay. Now, one thing to consider is that basically everything here will die if we have one lightning attack on them. The alternative is these guys are going to be a little bit more trouble. If we do... I think we do go for the missile barrage again, because the missile barrage not only weakens all these enemies so our attacks kill them, but also kills both of those objective vats already, gets this guy to burrow, and means this one is down to the point where we can kill him with a single shot from our boulder mech. This is just a really useful ability, turns out. There we go. Alright, let's lightning these two fools. And drop a boulder on his head. Job done. We're down to just 2 enemies, and we've already accomplished our objective. We could try and attack again, but that literally doesn't help us in any way, so let's end our turn. We've got a leaper and 2 burrowers now. Well, we've been grabbed again, so that goes that. These guys are kind of annoying. I have a potential to fry them, but I'd rather do something about the Alpha Leaper here, and then maybe just pelt these guys a little. What would be the better way to remove them? Because we're pinned in place here, I'm kind of tempted to just zap him and not worry about it. But if we were to turn around, one electrical shot here can clear all those guys. All we'd have to do is move the boulder mech out the way first if we don't want it to take the damage. We could send him over to here and use him to Gemini missile out this friend. That way the lightning attack through here will kill off this one and hide this one, and we can pick up the core here, the time pod, with our remaining mech, or we can block one of the spawns. Either one would work, and I think that's what we're going to do. I think Prospero's going to come over here and Gemini missile this guy to death for us, and we're going to absorb a bit of damage on our tank here. And do we pick up this or do we block the spawn? I'm going to say... I'm going to say we block the spawn. Since it doesn't damage us, it basically costs us nothing to stand here. And let's end our turn. Can I repair you? I always think I can, but I keep forgetting. I swapped that for the ability to attack, which has come in handy several times this run, so I really can't complain. An Alpha Hornet and an Alpha Scarab. Burrower comes up behind us. Hornet also goes behind us, which is very considerate of it. Alright then, how do we want to take out this guy? I can back up a little bit further and Gemini missile him, or I can take a step forward and pull him into the acid vat. That means the guy behind us will get a chance to spawn, but he does go in the pool, which is kind of fun. One lightning attack does not kill both of these, though, because this one dies first. That is worth noting. Okay, then. So, what we could do... Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take off the spawn here because we need to remove this guy with our hook mech, because the boulder mech is going to help us finish off that Hornet like so. There we go. Everything is dead so far, and we're doing okay. Let's end our turn maybe here. Yeah, everyone else is in fine shape. We're gonna have 3 more enemies to deal with, and that should be the end of it. One of them is an exploding Scion, which isn't great for us, but other than that, we're doing okay here. So how do we want to handle this? Presumably, I just need to move this guy out of the way so he can't attack anything. I have a feeling that's what we're going to do. We might punch him this way, we might pull him this way, it doesn't really matter. Our lightning mech can kill this explosive vac as long as we kill the blast Scion first. So we can kill the blast Scion with Prospero and then zap this guy to death. That's probably the way to go. It doesn't really matter the order in which we do these things, because all of our guys are at maximum level, so it doesn't matter who gets experience for killing which enemies. What matters is that we have now won this battle as well. Goodbye, Vec. Further gardening of other regions required. Does that mean... I have this fancy theory, and then the game just comes out and tells me that I'm right immediately after I propose it as a fancy theory. 100% of the vats were destroyed and the chemicals released. Our sensors are already picking up diminished VEC activity in the region. Alright, what's in the time pod? A smoke mortar. Artillery shot that applies smoke and pushes 2 adjacent tiles. That doesn't seem very good. Not with this build, anyway. We have a reactor core, though, and that's going to be helpful. And we're on to the final stage. The corporate HQ. Destroy the spider leader, protect the corporate tower. The spider leader is bad business, but our hook mech barrage should make it a lot easier to deal with. Now... I don't know why I'm looking at it here. Does this even have other upgrades? I doubt it. Not that any significant ones, anyway. No, it has literally no other upgrades. It is just that. Alright, well, let's not use it then. So, with 1 power remaining, who do we want to give this to? We have 1 power to play with. We could put it to anybody's movement. Actually, I might give it to Silica's health, just so he's a little bit less fragile. I'd love the movement as well, but for now, maybe not dying from a crazy fluke accident would be pretty cool. So, let's do that here. Max out Silica at 100% reactor power and every upgrade taken. That's what we're talking about. Some high power allies. In fact, if I were to put 3 power more into Prospero to max out everything he's got, he would also be at the maximum possible power in his vehicle, which is kinda cool. Meanwhile, Kazak here only needs 1 more power to be at maximum, even if it doesn't mean that they have every possible reactor power, they just don't have a lot of upgrades on their gear. Alrighty, well, this is where we're going to end the episode here for now. We'll come back next time and take out the corporate HQ and see what we can do about ending the VEC threat here once and for all. We're almost at the perfect run, and that's pretty crazy. Given that I was not convinced this team was going to be able to do anything with trains or any of these defense missions, I'm pretty surprised we managed to keep it going so well here. Either way, let me know what you thought about the run here so far in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, bye-bye.